So the race is on, guys, and your competitors have already floored it, all right? So what do I mean? So most people are still in the car park, all right? And here we go, we're going to talk about AI, all right? So I've got this lovely chart here, which is one of my favorite charts of late, all right? This came out about 2-3 weeks ago. Now, each dot represents 3.2 million people, and the entire grid is 8.1 billion humans on the planet, right? Now, I want you to put your hand up if you're in the 84% that have never used AI. Okay, good. I'd be having words with you. All right, so 16%, that's the green, have used a free chatbot. Is that you? Cool. All right, everyone, pretty much, yeah? And then the yellow dots down here represent 0.3 that pay $20 a month for AI. Right, who's that? Ooh, okay. Right. Yeah, right. And now the red dot right in the bottom, right, is the 0.04% that use coding scaffolds like Cursor or Claude Code.
No idea what it is. Is that what you told me to do?
Yeah. Now, so I'll do a quick explainer. That dot there is where you're seeing the biggest uplift. You're seeing the 100x engineers. You're seeing people getting absolutely crazy results. If you're not in that dot, you're seeing, the normal story about AI. Oh, it's just, a chatbot that just predicts the next token. All right. But anyway, let's move on. So AI is the car, but you still need Max Verstappen to drive it. Okay? So, oh yeah, he's right. Right? You do not need to become a developer to get the gains, all right? You do not need to be in the 0.04%, but you do need a Max Verstappen in your corner driving for you. Okay? So here's some of the uplifts. So Harvard, this is in 2024, did a study. People using these coding scaffolds to build infrastructure were doing it 55% faster. Anthropic said up to 80% faster, and I can vouch, like in my work, I used to hand build everything. I've got a Herman Miller chair, so I can sit there, and I don't have to do that anymore. All right, it's automated, and it just happens very quickly. I do still sit in it doing other things, but I do recommend it. No, I don't. And then in my own research and implementation, I've seen plus 200 leads just by building a system using these tools and putting it into a place where there was already traffic. I'll show you that later. And then the other thing that's improved is scope. All right. So I don't know how many of you have worked with a developer or a web designer and said, "Can I have this?" And they go, right. It happens. Now, the scope, you can do anything. One example I'll show you is a charity. They were paying $500 a year for a donation widget, right? $500 a year. And now I've coded, bespoke a website where they've got a Stripe integration. They don't have to pay an ongoing price, and people can just donate like that. And it's very easy to do now. So every industry has a massive blind spot. Here's another one of my favorite charts, right? You're getting the best here. So this is theoretical capability and observed usage by occupational category. All right, bit of a mouthful, isn't it? All right, but you can see we've got management, business and finance, computer and math, life and social sciences, legal, right? Education, arts and media, and office and admin, right? The blue is where we're expected to cover with AI and where we're going to see the most market penetration. The red is where we're at right now, right? We have barely scratched the surface. But as well, I would posit that any one of these people, so production, installation, repair, construction, agriculture, sales, personal care, anyone can benefit, right, by having a 0.04% person come in and build their online infrastructure because the uplift is there. So you don't need to be directly affected by an LLM making your documents or something, but you do need to leverage someone that knows how to use it to build the right tools for your business, right? So there's two ways to put your foot on the accelerator, guys. All right. As I just said, build your tech infrastructure. That's websites, funnels, lead capture, anything bespoke that lives online that speaks to your customer and helps them find you really easily. And then the other thing that I've been working on is automating internal processes. Now this one is crazy because we've gone from a world of business like last 100 years to this now, and now you can click a button and it will do the thing, all right? And when you put that in people's hands, they don't want to stop doing it, all right? So it's coming, and ethically, I've been building these things and looking at it like, wow, this is, strange, okay? But also very cool, because guess what you get to do with your time is more of the stuff you love and helping your clients, right? So, my business, simple day, bespoke websites built by the 0.04%, thank you, Max Verstappen over here, all right? And here he is, 12 hours to build a site that I got to rank #1 on Google. Now, because the window is closed on how long it takes, you can actually take longer to do more. Okay, so in 12 hours, I built this site. Here it is, barbecue pods, all right? This has already had, here's Nigel. He's a good lad, he is.
Thank you very much for coming through to the barbecue pod website. What we'd like to do is just introduce you to this is the product that most mainly sells at the minute. We've got the mid-size A model here.
Right, so real human, real product, AI-assisted website, all right? And that's #1 on Google for this keyword, barbecue pods, and delivered very quickly. And before, that would have taken me probably about a week, 2 weeks to deliver. I actually did it overnight for him, all right? And we got ahead of the market. So we've got some other ones here. I'll show you the charity site I've just done. So same thing, they've now got a donation button. This is all bespoke code, no secondary platform. And you can just, pick what you want to do, donate. It's going to go in here, capture where they want to donate to, Ghana. And then this data will go into a Google Sheet so they can go follow up later. And then it will take it to a Stripe checkout, all right? So the barrier now is just your imagination. What does your business need? It can basically be made like that. So how do I work internally? All right, I'll rush through this, but I just want to show you that my internal process is completely AI optimized now. So every meeting I have, I record, I transcribe it, I have an artifact. I take that artifact, I'll generate a proposal, and I've just got a system where I can do that locked in now. So I can just click a button, proposal goes out, goes to the client, and you can see the proposal here. I don't have to use Word or any software. I just generate these things, right? And it's done instantly. They approve it, same is done with the invoice, and then I can take that proposal and then begin my coding from it, because it's basically a tome that says exactly what the client wants, what they need, and that's signed off. You can build the site and then you just iterate back and forth. But every single step of that process has now been optimized, and it means that I can sit back and not do what I had to do, but deliver better results. So, retractable awning. So this is February 24, April 24. You can see the uplift in leads. Feb 25, April 25, and then this year they were down at 84, and I put a quiz funnel in there, again, bespoke coded, up to 321. All right, that's 282% increase just by adding something with the same traffic. So same traffic, about 2,000 visitors every week, and just putting this one thing in there has brought them all these conversions. So now the cool bit, software. So I build websites, but I've gotten into software. Why? Because I can make anything now. All right, so this is my new platform, Mon AI Workspace. All right, and basically what it does is just automates simple things like letters and lets you quickly read things and work faster. So this is the flow, and this is what they were using in the office. You select a template. You've got a sample CFR here with all the data on it, right? And all you do is click a button. That's it, right? And you're going to see through that little screen up there, it doing your work for you. Now, you'd have to go into Word and sit there and type and colour the font and right, okay.
What's it actually doing, Taylor?
So it's streaming the tokens. So it's basically sent off a prompt versus the CFR, and now it's streaming back the tokens into the software, all secure cloud, and then it's going to create a PDF in front of your eyes. There it is, right? Yeah, very well timed.
You will do. I'll invoice now.
Right? And there you go, it's done. And then you can go in and edit it and just change little things if you need to. but you don't need to pay for Word or Office 360. You don't need to write the thing. It's just done like that. So here you go. The race has started already, but would you be totally opposed to moving forward today? Thank you very much.
Thank you.